Amazon is catching heat after dropping an AI dub of Banana Fish. One Punch Man Season 3 is in a full meltdown, with staff firing back at fans. And 5 anime films just became officially eligible for the 2026 Oscars. All of that and much, much more on this Anime News Roundup. Anime fans are furious this week because Amazon just dropped an AI dub of Banana Fish, and the reaction has been brutal. After years of waiting, Banana Fish finally gets an English dub, and instead of celebration, fans are calling this the most disappointing localization in recent memory. Amazon tried to quietly roll out this AI Dub Slop, and it immediately went viral, but for all the wrong reasons. Viewers are saying the performances sound robotic, flat, emotionless, and completely disconnected from the emotional intensity of the story, which, duh. And if you've watched Banana Fish, you already know that this is not a series where you can afford to lose its humanity. It's trauma-heavy, intimate, character-driven. Every line carries weight. Voice actor Damon Mills even spoke out publicly, calling the dub disrespectful and garbage. He said that if this is the direction Amazon is headed, he won't work with them again. And he's not alone. A lot of industry professionals are worried that this is Amazon testing the waters for replacing human actors with AI to cut costs, which is disrespectful because voice acting is a craft. Voice acting is human. It's emotion, breath work, and lived experience, the things that make a performance come alive. It's something AI can't replicate, especially not in an anime like Banana Fish. Fans feel like Amazon treated this series as a cheap experiment to speed up localization, and in the process, they stripped away the heart of what makes storytelling in anime powerful. And that hurts, especially when the show means so much to so many. And here's the twist. Just as quietly as Amazon dropped this AI slop, they just as quietly removed it on Monday the 1st. No statement, no apology, no acknowledgement that anything even happened. Fans were the first to notice. The dub just vanished from Prime Video. And at the time of recording this, Amazon hasn't released a comment, clarification, or any sign that they understand why people were upset. And honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if they never address it at all. But the fact that they pulled it at all shows something important. Our voices do matter. Even when it doesn't feel like it, pushing back loudly, publicly, and collectively forces companies to rethink these little experiments. And if studios try to slip AI dubs into anime again, this is the moment we need to remember. We can push back. So I want to know, do you think Amazon actually learned from this? Or is this just the beginning of a bigger AI problem in anime dubbing? The One Punch Man Season 3 drama somehow got even bigger. After weeks of fans comparing scenes of the manga panel for panel and calling out mistakes, the backlash hit a boiling point. Season 3 has now spiraled into one of the most heavily criticized anime productions of the year. Legendary animator Takashi Hashimoto, whose credits include Evangelion, Bleach, and One Piece, finally responded to the backlash. He said that the sheer amount of criticism, especially from people watching illegally overseas, has been overwhelming. And he reminded fans that no one on the team is trying to make a bad product. According to him, the constant harassment is draining morale, and if it continues, staff will leave the industry. Guaranteed. Some viewers took it as staff blaming fans instead of addressing the actual problem. But anime industry veterans quickly clarified what's really happening. I think Mother's Basement summed it up best. These animators are being worked to the bone, forced to put out half-finished art they themselves aren't happy with, on a brutally unfair production schedule. Attacking the staff is pointless. The production committee is at fault. And honestly, that lines up with everything that we've been seeing. Fans also pointed out that episode 8 suddenly looks way better, which proves JC staff is capable of delivering good animation when they're given the time and resources. Meaning, the issue isn't about talent, it's the production pipeline. So instead of asking why does Season 3 look bad, the real question now is, why was the staff forced to release something unfinished? Enjoying this anime news roundup so far? Well, make sure to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next big anime story. I'm turning this into a regular series so you'll always be up to date. Alrighty, let's jump back in. The Oscar race just got way more anime heavy, and honestly, this is kind of surreal to see. The Academy officially revealed its list of films eligible for Best Animated Feature at the 2026 Oscars, and 5 anime films made the cut. Now, being eligible doesn't guarantee a nomination. It just means the Academy has acknowledged that these films are contenders. But what makes this lineup interesting is what it represents. Anime continues to break into Hollywood's awards conversation. Even if the Oscars have historically not been great at recognizing animated films outside of Disney, Pixar, or DreamWorks. We've seen this happen before. Last year, Fujimoto's Look Back didn't even get a nomination, even though critics were calling it one of the best animated films of the year. Sadly, the Oscars have a long track record of under-nominating foreign animation, especially Japanese films, outside of the occasional Studio Ghibli win. So this lineup feels bigger than it looks on paper. 2 of the most mainstream anime franchises on the planet, Demon Slayer and Chainsaw Man, are now part of the awards race that used to be almost entirely Western-dominated. Even if none of these movies get nominated, their eligibility still matters. It means distributors are campaigning. It means the Academy is paying attention. And it means anime has carved out enough cultural presence that ignoring it becomes harder every year. But now I want to know, which of these anime films are you rooting for this Oscar season? And do you think 2026 could be the year another anime actually takes home the gold? Crunchyroll is testing out something new, and it might signal a shift in how anime makes its way in theaters. They just announced a one-day-only anime night sneak peek on December 15th, where fans in the US and Canada can watch never-before-seen episodes from the winter 2026 season before they appear anywhere else. And do you want to know the wildest part? They aren't revealing which shows they're screening, like, at all. The only thing we know is it's going to be sub-only, it's exclusive, and it's literally a one-time event, so we can think of it as like a theatrical sampler plate of the upcoming anime season. Now, if you've seen my video essay on anime in theaters, you already know that this format didn't appear out of nowhere. Studios have figured out the theatrical preview creates buzz, boosts social engagement, and kickstart word of mouth in a way that normal streaming just doesn't. We saw Demon Slayer do it. Dandadan did it too, and Jujutsu Kaisen's execution film is in theaters right now, specifically to set up the next season. But this Crunchyroll sneak peek, it feels like the next evolution. It's not a recap, not a compilation film, just brand new episodes premiering like mini events. If this works, don't be surprised if more anime begins launching in this way. Early theatrical drops that build momentum long before a show hits simulcast. So, I want to know your thoughts. Would you go to the theater for early anime episodes? Or would you prefer to wait for streaming? If you're familiar with Nana, you already know that Vivienne Westwood isn't just clothing in the series. It's a part of the aesthetic. The iconic orb logo, punk silhouettes, the jewelry. It's all baked into the manga's visual identity. So, when the first ever official collab was finally announced for the 25th anniversary, fans thought this was going to be a once-in-a-lifetime moment. And then, everything kind of fell apart in minutes. The November launch dropped with no official release time. No countdown, no warning, nothing. The collection basically materialized online out of nowhere, which meant tons of diehard fans around the world didn't even get a chance to line up digitally. Items sold out instantly, and resale prices exploded before most people even saw the product pages. And once fans did see the actual items, reactions were mixed. A lot of people expected bold, punk-forward pieces that felt like something the characters would wear. Instead, many felt like the collection didn't reflect the series' style or the raw Vivienne Westwood energy of that time. Branding was minimal, designs were understated, and some fans felt that the pieces looked more like generic Vivienne Westwood staples than something celebrating one of fashion's most iconic manga. For a collab people waited 25 years to see, it felt like a missed opportunity, especially considering how Nana helped cement Vivienne Westwood in shoujo fashion history in the first place. But what do you think? Did the Nana and Vivienne Westwood collab live up to its legacy? Or did it miss the mark for you? And that's a wrap on this week's headlines. From Amazon's AI dub disaster to One Punch Man's production meltdown and the Vivienne Westwood and Nana collab Backlash. If you enjoyed this anime news roundup, don't forget to like the video and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next episode. And tell me, which story stuck with you the most this week? The Banana Fish AI dub, the One Punch Man Season 3 chaos, or the Oscar news? Drop your answer in the comments, and I will see you all next time. Bye!